consumer law teaches you is that if you got bad credit, you can get paid. You can get paid.
That's when you know a motherfucker ain't lying.
A debt collector cannot put any collection report on your consumer report without getting in contact with you. You don't know the things that you don't know.
I am here today, guys, with a good friend of mine. Met this gentleman in the inner circle. He is amazing. My guy, Durant.
I come from a spot where, you know, I didn't care about credit for a long time.
Give a man a fish, he eats for the day. Teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
When somebody has a bankruptcy, how does consumer law? I know we've talked about this, but how can somebody get bankruptcies removed leveraging consumer law?
Because it's identity theft.
Okay, so how does one go about getting that removed?
The regular steps is you're gonna challenge the account with Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They're gonna come back. They're gonna tell you that it's verified. Of course, now you're gonna know who they said verified it. Who did it? Sage Dream, LexisNexis, LCI. They're gonna tell you who. So then now we know that the courts don't report. So we're gonna get that letter as well of them saying that we don't report. But also there's a disclaimer on Pacer that says that they don't guarantee that the information is 100% accurate on there. So that's one thing. And the FCRA speaks on accuracy. And when you go into the definitions, accuracy means all values correct, all values exact, right? So if the source that you're getting the information from says the information and the links aren't 100% accurate, well, you cannot verify inaccurate information. Now, the next thing is, under permissible purpose, under 15 U.S.C. 1681 B2, it says a consumer reporting agency cannot furnish a consumer report no other way. And then what B2 says without written permission to the consumer to whom it relates. So a permissible purpose must be given, written. So for LexisNexis or LCI, they are a consumer reporting agency. They cannot furnish a report on a consumer without written permission. So without permissible purpose, how can you furnish information that you didn't get any written permission to furnish? So then you go to 18 U.S.C. 1028A, which is what identity theft is. It gives you the definition of a person, and we know person means corporation, that uses, possesses, or transfers a means of identification of another without lawful authority. That's identity theft. So without permissible purpose, it now becomes what? Identity theft, because you use an identification of someone without their permission or without lawful permission. So now it becomes identity theft. And when you go to 15 U.S.C. 1681 C2, it speaks on blocking information that resulted from identity theft. And it tells you what you need to do to block it. And you send that in conjunction with the fact that LexisNexis or LCI stole your identity because they now possess an identification of you, and you didn't give any permissible purpose to furnish a report because by definition, they are a consumer reporting agency.
Got you.
So it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. But now you're using all the laws that tie in together to show that you never gave permissible purpose. The law says permissible purpose must be written, and I have to give it to you, and you cannot produce the document. So by default, you stole my identity, according to what the law says. So now I'm going to come after you with a fine under Title 18 for 2 years or for monetary compensation.
So what would the letter be at that point? So what if you're starting from scratch and somebody wants to get this bankruptcy removed? It sounds like they send a challenge, it comes back verified.
Yeah, more than just one letter is steps. There's different letters for each step. So when you're at step 1, it goes to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. Step 2 now, letter goes to the bankruptcy court. Step 3, the letter goes to LCI, LexisNexis, or whoever, outlining the fact that there was no permissible purpose given and what the FCRA is saying. Now, they will come back and say public record. Public record doesn't excuse stolen identity. because you use an identification of me. Public record alone cannot identify me on a on a consumer reporting agency. There are many Kenny Conwell. How you know it's the right one? It means you have something else. And an identification of me could be my social security number, the last 4. Personal information that you have that I never gave you permission to even have. So now, where did you get it? Where's the certification of me ever even giving it to you? That's identity theft. You stole my identity.
And then what happens with step 4?
Say again?
So what happens with step 4 then?
Step 4 now is when LexisNexis or LCI deletes it, which they will, because they know it's true. They know you're going to package the deletion from them, and now you're going to let TransUnion and Equifax know that they enabled an identity theft, and they have that being furnished on the consumer report. And now when we go to 15 USC 1681 GB, it's going to talk about the certification of the document, the permissible purpose document. And that's going to lead you over to 15 USC 1681 EE1 and EE2, where you need certification. So before a consumer reporting agency furnishes any report, there's a certification of the permissible purpose that must be done. So you request the document.
Got you. And then once you request a document, what happens next?
They cannot give you the document. It leads to the deletion. Or if they're being stupid, now you go in for a lawsuit or the intent to sue, and the item also gets deleted, and you can get compensated.
All right, guys. So if you're watching this video right now and you want the exact blueprint on how to get a bankruptcy removed, click the link below because it was just outlined for you. However, if you want the step-by-step process on how to do this, click the link and go ahead and sign up and get this for you step-by-step.
Consumer law teaches you is that if you got bad credit, you can get paid. You can get paid.
That's when you know a motherfucker ain't lying.
A debt collector cannot put any collection report on your consumer report without getting in contact with you. You don't know the things that you don't know.
I am here today, guys, with a good friend of mine. Met this gentleman in the inner circle. He is amazing. My guy, Durant.
I come from a spot where, I didn't care about credit for a long time.
Give a man a fish, he eats for the day. Teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life.
Yeah.